Hi, and welcome back to Digs of the Day. I'm your host, DJ Tricks. The purpose of this record, we're going to get right into today's episode of episode 6. And I also want to thank those who have been commenting below, sharing stuff with us, correcting me on my vocabulary of the way I'm pronouncing some of these albums. I don't know every album in detail, so I thank you for your input. It's appreciative, and it makes us better diggers, and to be aware of real music, genuine music that's heartfelt. And we need that in today's society where music is growing more and more not good to listen to. So I encourage you to comment below and let us know in ways that we can discover better music. First off, on this weekend's dig, I found Kool and the Gang, Jungle Boogie. Love the color of the album here. You see the colors of it. It has the song on there that was popular, Jungle Boogie. Anything pre-disco era of Kool and the Gang is an absolute for collectors. I love the colors in here. They have their anthology, a story of what Kool and the Gang was trying to accomplish. Good story to read there. It also has the song Funky Stuff on there, and I would like to encourage you, anything you could find by Kool and the Gang pre-disco era. Even though their disco stuff was good, they had a lot of good songs. The Ladies Night album, the other albums, just Kool and the Gang, all around good group to have in your collection. So I picked it up for $1 this weekend. I also picked up Paul Desmond, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. I took a chance on this one. I don't have it, and I've never seen it, so it looks very interesting. Hopefully I'll get to listen to it tonight. It's on AM Records, Paul Desmond. So if you know anything about Paul Desmond, feel free to let us know below. I also picked up Power of Soul by Muhammad. Many of you may know this album. Got a copy already. I got it for $1, so I had to pick it up. It goes for about $15 on eBay. It's got the infamous sample To All the Girls that the Beastie Boys used on there. The original's called Lauren's Dance. It's a 10-minute song, good song. He's a drummer. It's really good. You got Bob James, Grover Washington, Joe Beck, Ralph McDonald. You got a lot of classic musicians on there who are extreme in what they do as far as jazz and soul and blue type style music. If you don't have this album, I recommend you get it. Idris, Muhammad, Power of Soul. Great album again. Good one to find. I also picked up was War, All Day Music. And War is a local band. They had a member from Harbor City, California, here in the south, in the port of Los Angeles. So anytime I see War albums, I picked it up, especially because it had about 90% of the plastic on there. But I was so excited, finding all these records, that I failed to look at the album, and the album looked like somebody actually took a pencil to it. So, I'll just have to toss this album out, and being that this cover's better than the other War cover album I have, All Day Music, I'll probably keep this cover. And whoa, I didn't notice this in there. Looks like a poster, huh? Let's see what this is here. No way, you gotta be kidding me. Check that out. Wow, man, I gotta start putting these up. Look at that. It looks like it's the poster of the War All Day Music album. Mint condition. Obviously, it's got the... Man. Never know what you're going to find, huh? I'm hoping to one day find... Man. Whew, I'm excited about this. See, man? So getting hooked up for doing this episode right here already. One day I'm going to find a $100 bill here. Have you guys ever found money in your records? Or notes, love letters? Man. I'll toss the record and keep that poster, man. All Day Music by War. It's got some good songs in there. Slipping in the Darkness, Get Down, All Day Music. War, a very good group. If you guys don't know who War is, I recommend you get their albums. They have quite a few albums out. Anything War, The World is a Ghetto, Why Can't We Be Friends. Check out War. They got a lot of albums out there. Galaxy. War is a very good group to collect and even listen to there while you're going about your day in the background. Next up, I took a chance on this album. It's Laura Lee. Never heard of Laura Lee. If you guys have any information on her, I'd appreciate it. It's on 1972 Hot Wax Records. So when I seen Laura Lee, I had to pick it up. Looks pretty interesting. It has a little bit of pin writing there, but I don't mind that if I got it for $1. Laura Lee. Guess it's her self-titled album there. The number is HA714. It's in stereo. So Laura Lee, if you guys know who that is, feel free to let us know. Also, I picked up was Bill Withers' Still Bill album. Got a copy of this already. Many of you may know. This is the album that has a sample the Ghetto Boys use on, I believe, their second or third album. That also has the infamous drum beat that hundreds of artists have used before. It's a drum beat that you may recognize on Let Me Ride by Dr. Dre. The drum beat. It's off this album here, so if you want that drum beat, pick it up. I can't remember the title of the song. Is it Kissing My Love? It's either Kissing My Love or Lonely Town, Lonely Street, the drum beat. You could probably YouTube it and listen to it by Bill Withers. Good album, got it for $1. Next up, I took a chance on this one, but looking at this album cover, you're going to see what I mean. Leroy Hudson, the man. Now look at that album there. Oh, check out Leroy in the back on the keyboards there. You see that? That looks nice. I haven't heard it yet, so hopefully I'll hear it this evening. The record's in pretty good shape. So I'm looking forward to hearing Leroy Hudson. If you guys have any information on him, feel free to let us know. Leroy Hudson album here, The Man. Ooh, this album looks really good here. Can't wait to hear this album. Oh yes. Next I picked up Les Mccann, Layers. I cannot remember exactly if this is jazz, Les Mccann. I know I have another Les Mccann album over there. Because it's on Atlantic Records. When I see Atlantic Records, I really don't think of jazz. I think of more of rock or, yeah, you know. Les Mccann, Layers. Let me know if you guys have any info. And I'll probably have to listen to this one tonight. I'm going to definitely check it out. Les Mccann, Layers. Got it for $1. Next, I picked up Weather Report. A comment was left on, I believe, episode 3. I don't want to say his name wrong. I apologize for saying the other. You guys watch the videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Weather Report is a really good group. I would recommend you pick up all their albums. I believe I have about 3 of their albums, possibly 2. And this is the album titled Tail Spinning. I haven't heard this one, but the other ones I've heard, it's definitely stuff that is worth playing in the background during a barbecue. Stuff when you're cleaning. Love listening to stuff like this when I have people over. Great music to play. It's not the type of music you have to sit down and listen to every word. You know, that's what I don't like about rap music too much. You got to sit down and listen too much. You throw on a group like Weather Report, this album here, you let it play, man. It just sets the mood. So I picked this album up today, Weather Report, Tail Spinning. I recommend you check out anything by Weather Report. Also, this album, I paid a little more for this album. I paid $6 for it. It's titled Percussion, but I seen it for $49.99 on eBay, and I just happened to be, you know, pinning through some crates there at a store here in Torrance, and this album just grabbed my attention. And then I turned it over and I seen it had. Actually, I brought it home, and I noticed they had Johnny Nelson on here, who was, you know, he worked with Ralphie Mccann and people like that. And then I'm looking at this guy playing the congas here. I showed my dad this album. He was amazed by it. So yeah, I actually played this one earlier. Really good drumming on this album. It's made by Chevron. I guess it's an oil company. So I paid $6 for it. Man, look at that. Man. And it says it's a standard school broadcast music maker's percussion. I don't know if it's some kind of guide that they would use. Look at how to set your drums up, and pretty decent album right here. I got for $6. Check that out, man. That's nice. So you guys ever see that album? Make sure you pick it up. Percussion, made by Chevron, Standard Oil Company. Doesn't say the year. Oh, 1974 it was released. So excited about that one. I had to play that one as soon as I got home. Next I picked up today was Love Unlimited, Under the Influence of. I've got a copy of this. It's more like instrumental music. Don't let the 3 girls fool you on the cover. The last time I heard this album, I've got an album. It's not in as good condition as this one. I paid $3.99 for this album. I don't remember hearing singing. I think there was one song that had singing on it. I might be wrong, but I'm going to check this one out again. Love Unlimited, Under the Influence. Sounds really good though. It's good music here. So I picked that one up for $3.99. I also picked up Bobbi Humphrey Freestyle. I got it for $1. So I got quite a few of her albums. The other albums are on Blue Note. This one's on Epic, so this might be her later work. I don't see a year there. Oh, 1978, Bobbi Humphrey Freestyle. I also picked up this one today, Jackson 5, Get It Together. And it was, the odd thing about this album is it was, the store I was in, it was on another part of the store where there was actually clothing at, and I just happened to be walking, I just seen it sitting there, I went, wow. You know, anytime you see a Jackson album, Michael Jackson album, you know, Elvis, Beatles album, anything like that, if it looks like it's in good condition, you want to pick it up for basically the opportunity for reselling. So when I seen this album, I had to pick it up, especially because it was only $1. Pretty cool, huh? Jackson 5, Get It Together. It's got that song Dance Machine on there, so I had to get it. Next I found today was Kool and the Gang, Light of the Worlds. And I was excited to see this one. I actually seen this one and the Jungle Boogie album together at the place I was at, and I got them for $1 each. And I have a copy of this, but I was excited to get it again because it has that song on there, Summer Madness. Yes, you guys know Summer Madness is the song that Tupac actually sampled on Picture Me Rolling. So anytime I see anything Kool and the Gang, you know, pre-disco era, gets me really excited, especially when it's in that kind of condition. It looks really good. So I recommend anything Kool and the Gang. Pick it up, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Next, I picked up the Trumpet Kings meets Joe Turner. I know absolutely nothing about who Joe Turner or the Trumpet Kings are, but just from the looks of the cover, I said, man, I gotta pick that one up, especially because it was only $1. So seeing that there, it gets me excited. It's on Pablo Records, I believe. Yes, the album looks like it's in mint condition there. You see there. So I'm gonna have to listen to this one tonight. Again, I picked up the Trumpet Kings meet Joe Turner for $1. If you have any information on these records, please let me know. And lastly, I picked up Average White Band, Cut the Cake. It's a classic album, you know. I remember my dad playing this. A lot of bands do this as a cover song, Cut the Cake. You guys may know it. Just a good album to have. I believe I probably have it already. I've got quite a few Average White Band albums, so wanted to add this one in there. If I don't have it, which I'm probably most likely sure I do have it. So these were today's pickups, and I'm glad to have shared them with you. If you have any information on any of these albums, again, feel free to let us know, and we're thankful for that. And I'll try my best to continue to remain faithful on sharing with you guys the digs that I'm picking up. You know, have a lot of fun doing this. I try not to spend much money on this. Basically, I'll buy these and sell a few and have money to go buy more. So that's where I'm kind of at right now as a record collector, I guess, if you want to say. But once again, we thank you for tuning in to the purpose of this record, Digs of the Day. I'm your host, DJ Tricks. See you on the next episode, and stay digging.